In fashion. But what about Congolese fashion? If you've been following the World Cup at all, you might have seen DR Congo's national team arrive in the US looking dapper as hell, perfectly channeling their nickname, the Leopards, rocking outfits from emerging designer Alvin Jr. Mack. And that reminded me of the rich and fascinating history of the Congo when it comes to the place of fashion in their culture. Because in the Congo, dressing well isn't just about clothes. There's a whole culture and philosophy around it, called la Sape. If you've ever seen photos of boldly dressed men and women strutting the streets of Congo, this is what it's about. La Sape stands for Société des ambianceurs et des personnes élégantes, which translates to the Society of Ambience Makers and Elegant People. And the members of this movement are called sapeurs. But unlike most other cultures where being fashionable requires some discretionary income and is typically not something the lower class spends much on, in the Congo, the sapeurs are very much ordinary people. We're talking modest, blue-collar professions such as taxi drivers, carpenters, electricians who work their blue-collar.
It's just so funny that in the Congo, they've invented aura farming from first principles. And I guess technically they just have invented aura farming before anybody else. Like, that's all this is. It's not even a LARP. They just have aura, bro. And it's important for others to recognize that you too can farm this aura. You too can actually go out and be a guy who changes l'ambiance all around you. You know what I mean? Straight up. Respect.
Jobs by day and turn into the most stylish dandies at night. They will save for months, sometimes years, to get their hands on a piece from a big fashion house. Then they put it on and they walk through their neighborhood like royalty. Cane in hand, cigar in another, with an eclectic color combo that they somehow pull off. And despite often living in economically poor areas, the sapeurs are treated like local celebrities and are deeply respected for the positivity they bring to their neighborhoods. But here's the thing. All of this isn't just about clothes. La Sape is rooted in something bigger. The movement really began taking shape in the early 20th century, during the colonial era in the Congo, when a man named André Matsois, who went to Paris in the 1920s, immersed himself in French fashion and came back to Brazzaville dressed impeccably. This was a time where Congolese people were expected to be invisible, to labor and then disappear. So showing up dressed that elegantly was a big statement and a subtle form of resistance and self-empowerment. Workers across both Congos then began adopting and reinterpreting the attire of the French and Belgian colonizers. This was their way of claiming respect and express self-worth when it was otherwise denied. And what's interesting is that La Sape has its own internal code. The culture values specific rules, such as combining no more than 3 primary colors and walking with a proud theatrical strut, almost like a performance. And the color combinations are painter-like. Magenta next to cobalt, canary yellow with forest green. Things that sound wrong on paper, but they make it look incredible in person. And it's great to see that this spirit is still very much alive. When the Congolese team touched down for the World Cup, I think they made a hell of an entrance, and they embodied that spirit of La Sape beautifully. We've spoken of Japanese fashion and Italian fashion, but what about Congolese fashion? If you've been following the World Cup at all, you might have seen DR Congo's national team arrive in the US looking dapper as hell, perfectly channeling their nickname, the Leopards, rocking outfits from emerging designer Alvin Jr. Mack. And that reminded me of the rich and fascinating history of the Congo when it comes to the place of fashion in their culture. Because in the Congo, dressing well isn't just about clothes. There's a whole culture and philosophy around it, called La Sape. If you've ever seen photos of boldly dressed men and women strutting the streets of Congo, this is what it's about. La Sape stands for Société des ambianceurs et des personnes élégantes, which translates to the Society of Ambience Makers and Elegant People. And the members of this movement are called sapeurs. But unlike most other cultures...
Sorry for the repeat video, but had to go and grab my coffee. I guess this is Le Cold Brew. Le Cold Brew. You're a bit quieter than the videos, big dog. Okay. We'll fix it. Goal. Anyway, where was I? We're grading these people on a curve because they're victims of colonialism, right? We're not going to pretend that if you wore half of those outfits, anyone would think you'd look good in them, right? Dog, this is not being graded on a curve at all. Are you fucking kidding me? Okay, this is yet another example of someone who genuinely doesn't understand fashion. Are you kidding me? This is an incredible fit. Are you out of your mind? that is like sincerely the fit of all fits. This is not like we're not grading them as a
fashionable requires
like this is an entire movement. Like
society.
every single aspect of this is one maybe not like well tailored, but I think some of them is not well tailored by design. But the silhouettes are deliberate, the colors are deliberate. All of that is incredible. The color palette, the accessories, the sartorial choices, every aspect of this is phenomenal, dude. And it actually absolutely reaches the standard of some of the highest fashion houses. Not only that, but also this has been impactful in design philosophy for numerous other European fashion houses, for example, and trends. Of course, fashion and style is totally subjective. But the notion that these guys don't know what they're doing is so silly. They know exactly what they're doing. And no, there is no like the limitations certainly play a role in what is accessible. Having said that, it's all the more impressive that they're capable of throwing these fits together in spite of the circumstances. Anyway, that's so funny. This guy said that like dandy culture. Harlem streetwear is another. Harlem dandy culture is also another like version of this as well. There are different variants of like specifically black fashion, specifically black sartorial choices, from zoot suits all the way to as I was saying, like Dapper Dan. There's a direct line in black fashion that has moved the needle. Anyway, I don't know why we got involved in fashion so early. As I was saying, it's blast off time. I'm here. I'm a chud ass loser. I'm trying to not look like a chud ass loser, but I am a chud ass loser spiritually. You already know that. Let's blast this off. Let's freaking blast off, fam. Okay, SCOTUS defends birthright, but does horrible otherwise. Hogwatch. I'm in Denver. David Dan on the talk SCOTUS. Canvas lead with Rob later. Bringing socialism to Colorado. A chud can be a Chad. The only thing needs to change is you. Wow, that was beautiful. That was deep. Does anyone have a blast off meme? Okay, that's beautiful. All right, we'll use that one. We use those. Hell yeah. Okay, let's do it. I already blasted off. Shit, I missed it. I missed the go vote ones, but I mean, I got one. I got the Maylot Kuros for Piker Broadcasting Service blast off, ready to rip. Yeah, this is a packed day today, folks. This is a packed day. It is a slam day. Okay. It's a slammed ass Tuesday. Let's be real. It's no longer a Newsday Tuesday. It's a slammed ass Tuesday. It's Socialism Tuesday. Why do you only go to Denver after I've been priced out of it and forced to move to New Mexico? Sag, buddy, my goal here is to make sure that what happened to you doesn't happen to any other Denverites ever again. You understand me? Also, if you can get priced out of Denver, it's only an inevitability that you will eventually get priced out of New Mexico as well. What happened to you in Denver can happen to you in New Mexico too. So this is a national movement. And perhaps maybe one day I'll be in your neighborhood organizing and trying to get an elected representative that will fight for your values, fight for all of our shared values. Yeah. Also, last but not least, Deep Singh says, I already blasted off, by the way. I'll get to the ballot harvesting. There is legal ballot harvesting that we can do in Denver, Colorado. Not illegal, legal ballot harvesting. But anyway, we're blasting off first and foremost. Let the people know we're live and alive. Paralyzed Pendant Plug. Thank you for the gifted subs. The suit with the knit tie. Oof. Yep. Where the money from the Fearan podcast goes. Austin's flights to LA every week. Austin's gaycation. Austin's twink budget. Austin's hotel suite budget. Hassan's travel for campaigning. Will's stream room decor. Cutie's awesome events. March's drugs. That's funny. Oh man, you don't know the half of it. Anyway, can we get some meals in the chat? While people are calling and canvassing, might as well drop Julie Gonzalez's name. Oh, for sure. Bro, cheesing like crazy, bullying.
You put the suit on.
Yeah.
Okay. What are you doing here?
Well, first of all, Oliver, thank you so much for having me. Everybody, I'm a content creator on Twitch TV. And,
running for Oregon 1.
Yeah, Oregon 1. That's right. I'm also Hassan Piker's co-host of the Fearan podcast. But, you know, Oliver, I'm not a political commentator, but I join millions of Americans in being concerned and people who have become disillusioned with the Democratic.
Look at my face. I'm so proud of him. He was so good. He was so good yesterday. It was actually incredible. Okay. He made me proud. He made me so proud. He killed it. And I heard that he killed it after I left as well. He especially killed it. You're trying not to laugh so fucking
Establishment
hard, man.
That has become more and more disconnected and in many ways failed its constituents. And it's so great to be here to elevate the message of you, who will deliver an agenda for the working class. And Oliver, I want to take a personal moment to thank you for making a commitment to fight. You've got tremendous policies across the board, but specifically making a commitment to fighting and protecting LGBTQIA plus healthcare, specifically as it pertains to PrEP, which is an incredible medication that I use personally that literally saves lives and prevents HIV/AIDS with incredible success, 99%. So I'm so happy to be here and support and elevate your message. We've got $38,762 donated out of
39.
$39,000, excuse me, $257 donated. I know.
I was about to cook you and be like, name a policy, but you already did. You came in hot.
Are you kidding me? Hassan,
I got came in hot.
I got this suit on. Are you kidding me? Of course I'm prepared.
Yeah. Does this shirt also not fit you well, or
Oliver's like, what the fuck are these guys doing, man? Do you feel like Kai with all that back room space? I low-key want to fix the lighting a little bit. I don't like that the light is making the room weird colored. Bro, Oliver's up until 12 doing interviews like crazy. Yeah, because his race is in Florida, and Florida is not this like glossy, big, like Florida 25 is not going to get all the attention, right?
James Carter.
Florida is not going to get the attention that like Denver is, that New York is, especially because a lot of people think that this is like a lost cause. The only way to win in districts like this is by being a right-wing Democrat, and that's wrong, and we're going to prove them wrong. Gross finger coffee, dipping digits. I just got out of the shower. My fingers are cleaner than your life. Okay, yeah. I don't have anything to stir it with. Yeah, I did it again. I just got out of the shower, chatters. The fuck are you talking about? Anyway, where were we? Okay, so let's get into it. I love this photo. I like that we substituted Melot Quiros for Colorado First on this. Is it me, or are the leftist candidates just surging as primaries get closer? Did you clean that finger in the shower, though? Yes, dude. Who doesn't? No, I showered and I kept my one digit out of the shower while I was doing it. Average voter, if Zoran does it. Democratic socialism polling. Okay, we'll look at all that. Yeah, we'll do all that and more. Will you consider having David Morales on Providence, Rhode Island mayoral race? He's endorsed by Roe and Bernie. Turn off the lights when you finger the coffee. I don't even turn the lights off when I'm fingering. Never mind, I'm not even going to say it. You showered with the suit on? Yes, I wore the suit on the flight. I took off the suit, I showered, and then I put the suit back on. What the hell are you talking about? It's normal. This is a normal thing that people do. I'm a normal guy. Okay? Yeah. Breaking news. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu says he will visit New York City very soon, claiming that Zohran Mamdani cannot arrest him. Exhibit C says the average American, if Zoran actually arrests Netanyahu.
And let me tell you, I've been taken up to the third heaven. I've been jacked into the big plan. I've seen it. I can't even compute all of it. It's so fantastical. You've not seen nothing. You ain't heard nothing. You ain't smelled nothing like this. I don't have words to tell you. But I tell you, anybody tries to get in the way of the incredible plan the big guys got for us has got me pissed, and I'm just begging to stay on the team, man. Just put me in the game, coach. Whatever you say, coach. I know I'm weak. I know I'm pathetic. Man, you're amazing. I'm so lucky you, baby. What do I do, Bob? Like a hunting dog, man. Just take me out of the house. Just turn me on them. Just tell me what I got to do. Tell me how I serve you. Tell me what I can do for you right now. Woo! And let me tell you,
Hold on. Sorry. Anyway, I think Zoran will try, but Tish will refuse. I mean, who knows, man? Dude, Big Z. Listen to the fucking pressure from the Democratic Socialists of America, New York City. You wore the same suit? Wait, what do you mean? Does this look like the same suit? I literally didn't wear the same suit, even though I'm a very... Okay, you guys want to know something? I'm not a very spiritual person, but I do care a lot about, like, what's it called when you have, like, certain things, certain knickknacks that you think are lucky? Like, I'm not a spiritual person at all, but I do have in my mind, like, nazar. I'm superstitious. I'm a little superstitious. Thank you. And I did think about wearing this exact same fit, but then I was like, dude, I've been wearing the same suit everywhere. I'm a little bit of a crystal mommy. It's a confession for you guys. I'm a little bit of a crystal mommy. But I got the lucky DSA pin on. I got the lucky Japanese Communist Party tie bar on. Okay? So I think this will carry us into victory. I'm not superstitious. I'm just a little stitious. Sure. You know, I'm like moderate stitious. I don't want to jinx it. But yeah, I am the exact type of guy who's like, we got to recreate the exact same conditions of victory that took place. I think you're thinking of sentimental. Maybe. I don't know. I mean, look, at the end of the day, what matters most as a fucking hardline materialist, I believe in the power of organizing, obviously. Okay. I apologize for my counter-revolutionary behavior by offering credence to superstition. Obviously, I am, you know, I will be writing in, I will be writing a report on my counter-revolutionary activity soon. Okay. But there's a little bit of that in me. There's a little bit of that dog in me. I don't know what it is, but you know, I don't let it take over at all. I don't let it take over my entire mindset. And I do think that first and foremost, primarily what matters is putting the work in, organizing, making sure that you have the people. Okay. But I do have a little bit of magical thinking that I abide by, you know, because there's always luck, also always factors in these sorts of incidents, right? Let's just call it Turkish magic. Sure. Anyway, we got so much going on. I will be having David Dane of the American Prospect on later on the show before I go out with Chris Rabb. Before I go out with Chris Rabb, we'll obviously talk about what Zoran just did with the head count. Okay. Journal Sentinel from Milwaukee reports, Hong appears on stream with Hassan Piker, who has said U.S. deserved 9/11. Yeah, this is like, I think